So here I am. I got myself Westvleteren 12. Westvleteren 12, considered by many to be the best beer in the world. It's a Belgian Trappist beer. It says to be consumed at 12 degrees Celsius, which is about 50 Fahrenheit. Here, scoop. And let's see, I've got it at 10 degrees Celsius. It's right at 50, 51. I don't have a traditional Belgian glass, so I'm using my widest wine glass. Well, look at that. Dark. You can kind of see through a little. It's not black. It's just really, really dark brown.
Mom!
I suppose if you held it up to a brighter light, you could probably see that it was cloudy, but it's so dark that it's hard to tell. I'm excited just to even smell it.
No.
Alright, here goes nothing. Yeah, that's really good. I'm a beer lover. I'm not trained in beer judging, so I don't know how to describe it the way you might be expecting, but it doesn't smell as strong as it tastes. Wow, that's really good. That's definitely the best Belgian beer I've ever had. It doesn't have, it's kind of thick, just slightly sweet. I find some Belgian beers to be cloyingly sweet. But this one is not. It's really well balanced. The smell's really light, but I can't even really describe it now. Yeah, it's definitely really thick, and it's definitely sweet, but it's 10.2% alcohol. It's balanced out. Very mild bitterness. Very, very low bitterness. Let's see how accurate my. If it's too cold, I might let it warm up. Oh, it's only 8 degrees, so I'm gonna let it warm up. 8 degrees Celsius, 46. They said it needed to be about 12 degrees, so I'll let it warm up. Maybe get more of the aromas. But this is really good. A lot of the Belgian Trappist style beers that I've had, or Belgian beers in general, too sweet, too thick. This is very thick, and it is sweet, but it's really well balanced. Yeah, this is really, really good. Now, I don't know, who, you call it the best beer in the world. I think that would probably be more accurately, it'd be a more accurate statement to say it's the best Belgian beer in the world. or the best beer of this style in the world, because you can't really compare this to an IPA. Pliny the Elder or whatever is supposed to be the best beer in the world too, but maybe that's the best IPA. Maybe this is the best. This is pretty darn good though. Mm. Yeah, as it's warming up, the thickness seems to be going down. You wanna try this, babe? You sure? It's really good. Yeah, it's definitely a little better as it warms up. I've heard it's supposed to have a really strong aroma. Maybe I haven't been trained well enough, or I haven't really been trained at all in aromas, but maybe I smoke too much, or maybe I'm just not really getting much aroma. I've heard people say that as soon as you open the bottle, the aroma's everywhere, and I'm not really getting there. But yeah, that's really good. Alright, well there you have it. Have fun. Try new things. So I wanted to say also about this beer. Normally it doesn't come with a label. I bought this at the PX. And of course, okay, we gotta have our labels and whatnot. Anyway, in order to get this beer, historically, normally, pretty much since 1931 when they started selling it to the public, you have to actually go to the monastery. You have to call, make a reservation, give them your cell phone number or your phone number and the license plate on your car, and you can get one case. That's it. I was able to get this at the PX because apparently this year was the first time they've ever actually sold to distributors. I guess they needed to make some renovations on their establishment. So I kind of got lucky. Although I've seen these before, I just didn't know what they were and why it was supposedly worth $20. But normally the way they do it is that they'll only make enough to cover their expenses for the year, and that's it. Just regardless of demand, regardless of all other things, they figure out their expenses, they make enough to cover that, and that's it. And you have to call their beer reservation line, make a reservation, go to their abbey, and pick it up. And it's based on the license plate of your car. It's one case per car per 90 days or 60 days, something like that. And your phone number, you can only talk to them once every 60 days. But from what I understand, you can't. It's hard to even get a call because sometimes they get thousands and thousands of calls per hour. So I got pretty lucky with this. Definitely got pretty lucky with this. It's had time to warm up. Let's see where it's at. Saying 13 or 55. See if it tastes any different since I let it warm up. Really light smell. Considering it's got a big reputation, I figured it had a bigger smell. Yeah, it's definitely better as it warms up. In a minute.